First, the headlines. "100 migrants rescued off Libya's coast." Trump rules out new political party in speech to conservatives. Tehran rules out informal talks on reviving accord over Iran nuclear deal. Details of these and more after this break. I am Omoye Ugbede. Almost 100 migrants have been rescued off the coast of Libya, with 15 dying at sea. Report states that most of those rescued on Sunday are African migrants from Cameroon, Sudan, and Mali. According to the International Organization for Migration, many of the survivors suffered from burns and a hypothermia. On Friday, IOM Libya said more than 150 migrants had been intercepted and returned to the country by its Coast Guard. It noted that at least 3,700 men, women and children have been returned to Libya this year, whose conditions have continued to worsen after being detained. Local journalists in Ethiopia's Tigray region who work as fixers for foreign journalists are being detained by the military. Fitsum Berhan of the AFP news agency was arrested by ununiformed Ethiopian soldiers on Friday night at his home in the regional capital Mekelle. Another journalist was arrested on Saturday at a restaurant in Mekelle by 3 ununiformed soldiers and another person in plain clothes. Uniformed soldiers and another person in plain clothes. Their families said the journalists were being held in a military camp and that they were not allowed to speak to them. Charges against the pair remain unclear as they are yet to appear in court. The arrests came a day after an official of Ethiopia's ruling party warned that the government will take measures against those misleading international media. After months-long blockade of international media access to the region, the Ethiopian government last week allowed foreign journalists to report from Tigray. A United States former President Donald Trump says he has no plans to launch a new political party, telling a conservative conference in Florida that it would split the Republican vote. In his first speech since Democrat Joe Biden became president, he also hinted that he might run for office again in 2024. Trump strongly criticized his successor, saying U.S. policy had gone from America first to America last. The speech comes weeks after Trump was acquitted in an impeachment trial. His appearance at the Conservative Political Action Conference in Orlando on Sunday was indicative of his continued influence over the Republican Party. The former president remains banned from social media platforms including Facebook and Twitter over his response to January's deadly riots at the U.S. Capitol. He has been living in Mar-a-Lago, Florida Golf Resort since leaving the White House in January. An Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Monday accused Iran of a recent attack on an Israeli-owned ship, noting his country was regularly striking its Akfo in comments that followed an overnight raid on Syria. Iran has denied any role in the explosion last Thursday that hit the MV Helios Ray in the Gulf of Oman, leaving 2 holes in its side but causing no casualties. The latest escalation between the sides came as the international community has been trying to salvage the troubled 2015 nuclear deal with Iran. Iranian Foreign Minister spokesman responded to dismiss Netanyahu's claims. Netanyahu's remarks came hours after Syrian air defenses intercepted what they said were Israeli missiles over Damascus. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, a Britain-based war monitor, said the strike hit in the area of Sayyidah Zainab, south of Damascus, where Iranian Revolutionary Guards and Lebanese Hezbollah forces are reported to be present. there was no immediate report of casualties. And Iran has ruled out holding an informal meeting with the United States and European powers on ways to revive a nuclear deal, insisting that America must lift all its unilateral sanctions first.